Pretty amazing. This has been a long journey for us, but a really good one. I mean, fantastic to work with this amazing cast, and Tony Gilroy has done such an incredible job. I think none of us quite realized what we were walking into, so it's been amazing. I think the incredible thing about season 2 is it gives you such detail around Cassian Andor and what takes you into Rogue One, and you're going to look at Rogue One in a very, very different way. I think that you can relate to Cassian Andor. You know, he's so principled. Everything he believes in, he's come to with a great deal of difficulty and passion. And I think that he speaks to what many of us think about when you don't agree with the way things are going and you want to change things. And he steps up in that way that makes it really meaningful.
Look, it really was, working on a story about revolution with this extraordinarily talented cast, and so many of them. It was Tony writing and Diego Luna leading the charge as the main protagonist, and telling a story of the scope and scale within an iconic franchise. I mean, it was an incredible journey. And we knew season 2 we had to be even bigger and larger than season 1. The ambition is extraordinary. I'm still flabbergasted myself sometimes about the scale of things, even though I have worked 5.5 years on the show. But now we are very proud of what we have achieved, and we can't wait to share it. Being able to work with this really whole host of extraordinary artists is just a privilege every day. No matter how long the shoot is and how hard the work is, I can honestly say every day I look forward to getting up and seeing our team and being part of something. It is really quite an extraordinary journey.
It's incredible to see how people responded to the show, the passion that people have for it. So, to wind up on a show that is beloved and really good is not a thing that happens a lot. So it's an incredible experience. He's a guy that's roused from apathy to feeling a powerful sense of his own ability to do good. And I think that's an incredibly resonant feeling for someone to watch someone move from apathy to an absolute determination to be a force for good. And I think that's something that really affects people and makes people feel that they have a similar sort of power themselves. I think people are expecting a lot. It delivers even more than I think most people are expecting.
Oh, well, this is like winning the lottery for me. It's a wonderful honor, obviously, to be a part of Star Wars on the music standpoint, but this is the fruition of a lot of wonderful people putting a lot of trust in me, and I was just very proud of everyone's job on this. I would say joining Star Wars, I don't know what it's like for the other departments, but for music, you're basically following in the footsteps of, in my opinion, the greatest film composer of all time. It's the reason that almost everyone my age got into film composing in the first place. And then on top of that, I'm a big fan of Nick Britell's work, so you're following in those footsteps too. So after a bit of calming down and dealing with the fear aspect of it, it's wonderful. I mean, to have a chance to bring new themes to it and explore those worlds and the characters, and then Tony Gilroy's writing is just so epic. So I was just so proud to be a part of it.
Feels fantastic.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's
no.
really exciting to share it with the world.
Yeah, it's been for, we worked on Rogue One as well in season 1, so it's been this 10-year journey
Years and years
of dealing with this universe and being with these people, and it's great to finally finish something, just to finish it, and people are gonna, again, just like to get it out in the world, and people are just gonna love it. They're gonna love it. It's really great. It's really, really great. The music is great. The sound design is great. Like it's all $1 million. And I think
everybody went above and beyond.
Yeah.
I mean, really years of working with the clients and knowing their taste and knowing the universe and the soundscapes and going all out.
I've been waiting for this for many months, and it's exactly what I hoped it would be. It's a beautiful day, lots of fans, and I'm excited for people to start to see it. I think Rogue was a very powerful launching pad for this story. I think it was very interesting the way it ended. You know, it's a dark ending, but it's a very hopeful ending. And I think people just are really intrigued with, that was a very bold ending. I think people look at this show and they go, we've made some very bold choices, and I think they're waiting to see what we do next. We're gonna put them through the ringer. They are going through the ringer, these people. You thought the pressure was on in the first season. It's just going through the roof this season. The stakes are really high for these characters. It's really exciting.
Feels fantastic. It's been a long journey, but here we are. I think if you like season 1, you're going to be mightily satisfied with season 2, and I think if you see season 2, you're going to want to go back and see season 1. We are blessed with our cast. I mean, we just have they're all amazing, and Diego, leading the charge. But we Nina Gall, our casting director, did an amazing job putting Tony in touch with the actors, and everybody is a winner, and such a pleasure to work with them and edit them, and yeah, really just amazing.
It's pretty epic. I mean, I was just saying, it's like 6 years of my life. So this is a lovely piece of punctuation to a major life experience. I'm hoping that people connect with the idea of what happens to ordinary people when history comes knocking at your door. I mean, it's about what we always said we wanted to do, which is do a show that takes place in the kitchen and not in the dining room, and take all this whole world and all these resources and put it to that use. This show, at my late stage of my career, made me a much better writer. To just have all these people to write for, I learned so much. And imagine after some decades doing this, to suddenly feel like you're moving to another level because of the talent that you're working for, the opportunity that you have, just thrilling, just thrilling.
I've been waiting a long time for this, and I grew up a Star Wars fan, so this is it's literally a dream come true, It's insane. I mean, it's like it hasn't felt real kind of until now, but it was, growing up, it's like I only played with Star Wars toys, so now to just feel like I get to play a character in that universe is it's emotional, and it's really cool. It's like, you're stepping into something that's already so incredible and so deep and dense, and but as an actor, you're given material and you just want to make the most of it, and you just want to tell the truth, and I think that's what myself and all my castmates in my scenes, that's what we do. I think we just tell the truth, and this season's very special, very, very special.
It feels so good. It's a really special night. I've been looking forward to this night for a really long time, so to finally be able to be here and meet some of the fans is really exciting. And it was really special. I feel like I got to grow with her and get to know her more, and see different sort of elements or aspects of who Bix is as a woman, and I loved every single moment of it. So much. This season is huge. It's, you'll get to know your favorite characters. You'll get to see them go through so much this season. And I think it's kind of like this machine that is just propelling towards Rogue One. And you might know where we're going, but you have no idea how we're getting there.
Well, this is my first time ever in LA, so I feel like, I don't know, there's something quite magic coming to this place, this town, in a show that I love this much, It's really great. Well, it's like coming home, None of it felt stressful or difficult because I just knew what I was going to get to play with. And I knew that, new people were added in that were so sensational, and the storylines were bigger and better, and oh my God, the whole thing has just been kind of life affirming as an artist, because you feel like, you know, you're in something that, yes, it's Star Wars, but it's also saying some pretty profound, beautiful things. So I'm really excited about it. The idea of bad and good is kind of thrown up a little bit, but I'm definitely Empire through and through, like to the marrow of her bones. That's Dedra. So it was great to play somebody very single-minded, but it was harder this year because I do represent what happens to a person who refuses to move outside the system, like who thinks that their system is the only system. It means that you deny yourself beautiful things like vulnerability and empathy, and I kind of live for that stuff in my real life. So playing Dedra was a little like, ooh, this poor woman is just under constant anxiety and stress. It's a lot, you know?
It's amazing. It's amazing. Being here for season 1 was special, but like, yeah, it feels like it's been turned up to 11. Yeah, I'm so happy. It's so special. I think what Tony and Diego have accomplished on this show is really exceptional and sophisticated in a way that we haven't seen with Star Wars before. Season 2 is it's darker, it's more intense. It's got a lot of heart, a lot more emotion. Everything is just dialed up. And these characters are put under the pressure cooker in a way that we haven't seen them before, where they're literally making life or death decisions. I haven't seen another show like it lately, and I think it's truly exceptional.
It's wonderful to be here. I'm so excited. I feel like we've been sitting on a diamond for a couple of years now, so it feels really, really, truly special to be here and to finally get to share it. It felt really special. She's given such a beautiful journey this season. There's really important family stuff and relationship work, and then also an important political voice. They really lean into it. She never gets to wield a weapon. She never gets to pick up a gun, but she gets to use her voice. She's an extraordinary woman who stands with the power of her voice to make an impact, and it was great to get to do that this season. Fans can expect such a ride. You know, just extraordinary locations, beautiful costumes. Dramatically, the stakes are raised so high. You know, we're heading into Rogue One, so you can imagine the breadth of storytelling that we have to cover. And I really feel like everyone on this has done our very best to tell it as best as we possibly can. And I just really hope it satisfies people.
It's amazing. I've been waiting for it to come out. I loved the story. I loved the film, you know, the way they were making it. And I loved playing Saw Gerrera inside of it. It was a great opportunity to be in this world.
This is a very important day, you know, and full of excitement. I'm happy to share this with an audience. I love how fans live these events in LA, you know. Everyone's dressed, the excitement, you know, it's huge. I'm proud of what we made, and can't wait actually for audiences to watch it and talk to me about it, you know. It's so rich, it's so powerful. There's so much for an actor to actually explore that 10 years felt like a very short time. We've been working in this project for 6 years, so the journey, what I've taken, you know, I'll keep here forever. There's actors here that I admire a lot, many others that I met through this project that now have become family. Come on, I got to work with Stellan Skarsgård, you know, like he's a referent. I can't say much. I mean, obviously, anything I say would be tiny compared to what I'm feeling, you know.
join me in welcoming the cast and crew of Andor. We have executive producer Sana Wallenberg, Cyril himself, Kyle Solar. You know him as Saw Gerrera, the legend Forrest Whitaker. She's frightening on the show, but a delight in real life. We have Denise Guff. And I've so enjoyed getting to know this character more and more. Mon Mothma herself, Genevieve O'Reilly. Another favorite, Bix herself, Audrey Arjona is here. The show wouldn't be called what it is without him. He is Cassian Andor, Diego Luna. And the mastermind behind it all, creator Tony Gilroy. Not bad, huh? Tony and Diego, I want to start with you guys. Season 1 was both critically acclaimed and embraced by fans. They're here tonight. You guys look amazing, by the way. I see so many great looks, fits. Yes! Love that. When did it really hit with you guys that it was resonating and really capturing the audience that it did?
We had no idea. I mean, we made the whole first season, COVID, under a blanket at Pinewood. Nobody paid attention. You can't have, there's no test screenings or focus groups because it's Star Wars. Everything's secret. We finished and we wow, we think it might be okay. And, we started dribbling it out. And, by week 3, it was Christmas every week for us. It was very affirming.
How has your understanding of the character of Cassian changed, and what was it going into season 2? How you felt about him and his...
I mean, I had to keep my emotions on the side, right? Because I know, like the audience, I know what happens in Rogue One, but he doesn't, and he shouldn't. So every promise he makes, it means one thing for him, and for me as an actor, it means another. It's fully charged of emotion.
This season covers 4 years of stories across new planets. I have some figures here. Over 140 sets, 700 costumes, 152 creatures, and 30 droids. So, what was the highlight or challenge, perhaps, for you of bringing all of that to life?
We knew, he and I knew, this is a one-shot deal. You never get an opportunity to work on a canvas like this, never get to work with material like this, get to tell a 1,500-page story about revolution and ordinary people when history comes knocking on their door. And, I mean, when if someone says you can build the Brooklyn Bridge, you really want to go for it.
Zana, can you expand on that? And what was your favorite highlight or challenge of how much was done here?
Being able to continue this journey was just incredibly exciting. We were very proud of what we had done in season 1 and kind of were ready and couldn't wait to go on.
Despite the show being called Andor, there are so many characters that have incredible moments, and it's really not about just any one person, and we get to learn so much about Mon Mothma, who is one of my favorites. Genevieve, I mean, this season we get to see more and more about what's behind and beneath her composure. So what surprised you most about her arc, and how did it shift your understanding of her?
They laid the ground beautifully in season 1, but in this season in particular, they really elevate her. You really see who this woman is, what she has to risk, how she does it, and what her part and her impact in the rebellion is. And as me, for an actor, that was, everything, but also for the character, for her to have this voice and this moment. I was really excited to be a part of that, and I can't wait for people to see it, because I think you're going to be really satisfied.
Absolutely. Another amazing woman in the galaxy is Bix, of course. Love her so much. She's been through quite a lot in season 1, so I'm sure this season will really dig into that aftermath. How does that shape her role in the rebellion and her relationships going into this new season?
It's probably one of my favorite parts about the season, that in the middle of this rebellion, in the middle of all this chaos, there's a really beautiful love story between these two characters.
Dedra is she's composed, she's driven, she's terrifying. What was most fun or maybe surprising to you about jumping back into that mindset, especially as the Empire just grows more and more ruthless?
God, I mean, this season is tougher, it's darker, and I really got to understand playing somebody who can't see outside the system that they're in. You know, she is an Imperial through and through, and yeah, she doesn't get to feel things that other people get to feel, really. You know, her vulnerability is only behind closed doors, all very locked up, and you know, in order to be truly vulnerable, you have to be seen, and poor Dedra just can't be seen.
Hello, Mr. Forrest Whitaker. Okay, Saw Gerrera is such a pivotal piece of the universe, and this show explores the many ideas of what a rebellion could be, should be, depends on who you ask. What has it been like for you digging even deeper into this character and coming back?
He's a rebel in that way, but he's a rebel that crosses lines because he's living by whatever means necessary. He'll do what he needs to do.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey.
How are we doing over there? I like the beard. Cyril Myshela, he is one of the most tightly wound characters in Star Wars, and I kind of love him.
Really?
A little bit. He's a little, yeah. What's going on under the surface for him this season, and what was it like tapping back into kind of his quiet chaos? He's a little chaotic.
This season, I mean, he's in a really good spot as we find him in season 2. He's got a promotion. He's opening himself up to the idea of intimacy, which ultimately starts to change him in ways that we haven't seen before.
This is a story through all the tears, laughs, all of it. This is a story about hope. Diego, do you have a final message for fans as we head into this final chapter of the journey? No pressure.
First of all, there's nothing like working for something that says Star Wars, you know? I don't think I'll ever go back to something close to this. People talked a lot about at the beginning of the weight and the pressure. I would say with just one thing. I mean, when we tell stories, when we decide to give life to a character and meaning to the words that you see, you know, written, and you put together something like this, you're hoping someone cares. And being in this show, having worked for your care, for your love for Star Wars, knowing you're there, waiting for us to deliver, it's the big difference, you know? There's nothing like this. Thank you for the love you have for what we do, because I'm fortunate, you know, and I think we're all fortunate of working and telling a story you care about, and I hope we deliver. I hope you're proud and happy with this second season and with Andor in general, because we put our hearts and our passion behind it. But it's because of you, so thank you so much.
Your cast and crew of Andor, thank you everybody so much.
Woo!